Hi everyone, it's Kate from the Fold Line. I am back this week with the edit. Happy Easter. I hope you're having a lovely weekend. I hope you are. If you are, well, thank you for letting me join your Easter day, first and foremost. Secondly, I hope you are, if you are watching this, you're scoffing chocolate at the same time. I definitely know that I will be. And yeah, it's a really good week of patterns, team. It's a great one. So I'm going to get cracking. No pun intended. Tauko magazine, the latest issue is out. And it's a really beautiful one. Again, they've got some good patterns this month. So the theme of this issue is about how everyone learnt to sew. And I know this is like a topic that loads of us find really fascinating. Who taught you? Did your mum? Did your granny? But that is the theme of this issue. As usual, there are lots and lots of beautiful articles, really interesting ones this time, but I am here to talk patterns. So let me show you some of the great ones that in this is a really good one actually. So if I start with this one, and this is called Garoche, which is a really beautiful blouse. I'm going to come in, you can see it's got embroidery on it, which would be a really nice kind of project to do. I'm not sure whether you do the embroidery before or after, but obviously you can leave it off. This also comes in a blouse variation, and I like actually that they made the blouse in different colours so you can actually really see the kind of seam lines on it, which is really nice. So that is the first one. Then there is this really great blouse called Tilly, and it follows on from an article about repurposing old kind of linens that have embroidery on them, like tablecloths and stuff, and it's really beautiful. So if I show you, so there's a variation here that you can see that's got this lovely little, it feels quite vintage with the collar. And then there is a variation with without the collar, which is made in lovely gingham, and you can see the little sleeves on that, which I think is really fun. A great bag. It's called the Lido bag. They've made the sample in a quilted fabric, which is great. I actually saw one of the new Craft House girls, Rosie and Hannah, recently, and she had made like this big kind of quilted carryall, which was so great. And this one feels really similar to that. The really great pair of trousers, actually, let me show you. If I show you, they've got this, if I come right in, you can see that they've got a kind of V placket on the front. I thought it was really interesting shape-wise. Let me show you another picture, which might give you a bit more of an idea. I thought that was really interesting. I don't see many trousers with that sort of interesting detail on them. A lovely blouse and shirt called Kerry, which is here. And there's a really nice top as well. Let me find that. This I loved, called No. It's kind of like a kind of tunic. I love the idea of making sort of like a romantic nightie and swishing around the house in it. But I think that's really beautiful as well, and there's nice little details on it. There's also Prudence, which is like a sort of like making apron, which is really fun as well, and you can see that there. But yeah, and these are all interspersed with like interesting articles. It's a really great one this time, actually. I think it's got some good stuff in, and if you're feeling like you need a little like spring pick-me-up or an Easter treat, it's definitely worth having a look at. I've just found the other one. This is the blouse I was thinking of, the Linda blouse as well, which I thought was really nice with all that detail there. So yeah, a cracking one from Tauko magazine, definitely worth having a look at. Then we have got a pattern from the Modern Sewing Company. It's called the Devon waistcoat. This is really cute little waistcoat. I like the proportions of it. It's quite kind of short, not too boxy. If I show you the line drawing so we can see what's going on, it's got princess seams on the front and back, so you can get kind of as much shaping as you want to in there. The little tab button things detail is really cute, the little fastening with a little button tab. Patch pockets, And it's really great actually because they've got them made in quite a few different options. They've also got an option which is reversible, which I thought was really fun, the shearling version, and then wearing it the other way around. But yeah, it feels like a really nice pattern, and again, it's kind of springtime. It feels like that would work really nicely over a jumper at the moment, and then as things get warmer you could wear it with a t-shirt. So it feels like a good sort of like transitional piece as we head into warmer times. Next up, we've got two patterns from Puff and Pencil. They're PDF only. Sizing on this is a UK 6 to 24. So we've got two from them, and Puff and Pencil, I don't know if you know, they do different options. So they kind of sell their patterns as components and you put them together. This dress is great. So it's a kind of dropped waist ruffle dress. You can either buy it sleeveless or you can buy it with a sleeve option. So this one has got kind of the big T sleeve, which I really like. So it feels like a boxy t-shirt. It is a woven pattern, I should say, but with this ruffle bottom, which I think is really interesting. And I think if you were deciding between the two, you might as well get this one because it's got the sleeve there, and then you can leave it off if you don't want to. But I thought this was a really fun pattern, and I love that sort of shape, that kind of dropped waist. Think of that, and it's quite boxy and roomy. I just think it would be a really nice spring addition to your wardrobe. And then if you don't like it with a sleeve, you prefer it without, they've got it without as well. So I'll show you some samples so that you can see. Again, same sizing, PDF only for this one. Then we've got two fantastic patterns from Ready to Sew. The first one is the Hendrix sleeveless jacket. I am completely and utterly obsessed with this. It's great. Imagine basically a denim jacket that's had the sleeves taken off that belonged to your boyfriend. That is what we are channeling when we see this. So I'll show you the line drawing. There's loads of interesting seam details on this. So it's quite boxy. It's slightly cut so it goes off the shoulder. You can see on the back of the jacket at the bottom, or the vest, sorry, at the bottom, there is little poppers if you want to add a bit of shape to kind of make that kind of cocoon shape. Big pockets at the front. They've had a really fun play with the denim in lots of different colours, which I really like. And then it's got buttons at the front. I think this is such a useful item for your wardrobe. Now, I included it in our spring capsule last weekend, but I just love it. I think it's just so great. And Ready to Sew have changed all their blocks recently, so they have got lots and lots of a great size range as well. So if you're looking for something a bit like that, please check this out. I think this is going to be a really popular pattern. I just have a feeling. Then the next pattern we've got from them is the Harry utility pants. These are, again, completely on point. I love them. Sizing on this is a UK 8 to 34. Two different size bandings, so just make sure you're picking the right one. So let me show the line drawing. You can see they are your kind of classic utility trouser. The thing that makes them slightly different is they've got a little pleat at the front, which I think adds a sort of more tailored feel and makes them quite interesting. They've got quite a chunky waistband. They've got those sort of pockets at the side that you would expect on a utility pair of trousers. You can see that the leg on the trouser is cut quite straight. And there are also patch pockets on the back, and all of those great sort of utility pockets that you would expect are there as well. I think it's really fantastic. It's great to see it on lots of different models as well, so you can get an idea of the fit, but these are amazing. So if you haven't seen them yet, definitely go and have a look. I'm so impressed because they've released 4 patterns recently and they're all amazing. So last but not least, definitely not least, this week we have got the Tessuti Lisbon jacket. This is an absolute beauty if you haven't seen it yet. Sizing on it is a UK 8 to 24. It is from Tessuti. I think I've said that, paper only, and it's just fab. So it's an unlined jacket. The proportion of it is great. So it kind of sits at knee length. You can see it's got a dropped shoulder. It slightly tapers down in terms of its kind of overall silhouette. So it's got that kind of bubble sort of shape to it. And it's got turn up sleeves, buttons down the front. I just love it. I think it's a really classic shape. It's never going to go out of style. And it feels like something that would be really useful in loads of people's wardrobes. It's obviously, we're moving into spring at the moment and it's a little bit still quite chilly. You can make this in a boiled wool, it would feel amazing, but you could also make this in something fab, like a really kind of stiff canvas, or they've got it in a denim, it would look amazing. But I just love it, and as usual they've got lots of different variations. They've made it in a linen as well, which looks great. So I think there's lots of different options and lots of things that you could do with this. So that is it from me this week. I hope there's something nice for you to sew, and have a lovely rest of your Easter, and I will be back soon with another video. Bye.